Ooh. Okay. Space exploration is a waste of resources.
All right, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me.
Okay.
All right, we all have our answer?
Yeah.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Neutral.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, stonk disagree for me too.
Stonk disagree. Neutral, yeah.
I thought for sure this would be the one where you'd be on this side because
Yeah.
you've been so recently into the whole like space shit, right?
I fucking love space. Yeah.
So why? So now I'm curious. Why would you say neutral?
Because let's sort out the shit that's going on our own planet, yeah. Let's sort that shit out first.
Yeah, but does that necessarily mean it's a waste of resources?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. That's why it's like neutral. I wouldn't say it's a waste of resources, but I would say there are higher priority issues that are going on in our world right now that immediately need to be addressed.
I mean, okay, there's a lot of ways to break down that argument, and that's like a common argument I think people use. I think first of all, let's look at how much is often spent on space exploration, which is a very small amount. I think I mean, just from like the American perspective, what is the budget? Like, it's like 50% is military.
Right.
And then
well, it's like anything compared to the military budget, it's just like 1%.
Yeah, right. You know? So like you could argue that like that could be a waste of resources. But I feel like to look at space exploration and be like it's a waste of resources is I feel like it's kind of doesn't take into account the full picture. Like if we look at like what NASA does or like what NASA has invented in the like process of trying to further space exploration, we have a lot of things to thank for that. Like I think like MRIs are like one of them, which
satellites.
Like all of this stuff makes our daily life better. Like increasing this knowledge improves everything for us.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's kind of like when you're playing a game, when you're playing like Civ, right? Yeah, sure. We could keep making the army and deal with the Bronze Age, or we can go to the next age and make everything better for everyone.
Right.
And start like.
Well, you can make
the
that same. I'm going to play devil's advocate. You can make that same argument about military technology. Pretty much all of the so much technology that is convenient for us now started off as like military tech, like the internet, for example. You know, it's
yeah, but I wouldn't argue that military stuff is always a waste of money.
Yeah,
I just think that saying the space exploration in general is a waste of money is a tough.
If we're bringing back the whole argument of like, oh, you know, why would we spend money on space exploration when we haven't even figured out, you know, how to fix our own planet?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think at this point, we've been saying this as humanity, we've been saying like, we all need to come together and save the planet. And then everyone comes together and tries to discuss and it's like, okay, we actually don't really know how to solve this. I think at this point, like the future is in space at this point, you know, like just
bro's like it's a lost cause. It's time to jump ship, bro.
Legitimately, like if we spent so much fucking time coming together, being like, all right, guys, and make sure everybody uses your, get rid of the plastic straws and make sure to bring your own bag to the supermarket. It's like, bro, like has that fixed, you know, all the issues that we have in the world in terms of like the world on the brink of fucking blowing up? Probably not.
I knew there was a bunch of stuff that NASA had made without that wouldn't they made a convenient thing. I'm guessing because they have to make this argument all the fucking time.
Yeah, of course.
There's 20 things we wouldn't have without space travel: camera phones, scratch-resistant lenses, CAT scans, LEDs, landmine removal, athletic shoes, foil blankets, water purification systems, dust blowers, ear thermometers, home insulation. The jaws of life. What the fuck is that? Wireless headphones, memory phone, freeze-dried food, adjustable smoke detector, baby formula, artificial limbs, computer mouse, portable computer. I would argue
that's a lot of really fucking important things.
Like this, it is just very obvious that they're progressing these and allowing, more importantly, these very highly skilled, smart people to have jobs and research freely and find cool shit is how we make life better. Because like right now we have problems. Who knows what technology we could come up with that could eradicate some problems that we're really struggling with right now.
Yeah, well, I think it's a difference between specifically space exploration and more of just we should spend more budget on just sciences in general because you know that's all the things that space exploration has given us, I'm sure, by accident. You know, it's not like they went out and was like, we are trying to design these things.
Well, I think that there's a problem, right? So like, let's say you need a tiny camera for whatever reason. Let's develop a tiny camera for the space station or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's like,
okay, but like let's like look into the
you can apply
specifics.
that argument for like any sciences,
Yeah.
you know, where
Let's look into the specifics
yeah.
of this particular statement, though. It's space exploration. So basically going out, exploring other planets in our solar system or in our vicinity. For example, all right, like, so let's
that's like a narrow-minded way to look at just space exploration, I think. You're not like accounting the full picture of what it takes to...
But let's take into account, for example, right? Like if we're taking this literally, right? Say, sending a rover to Mars. Do you think that's a waste of resources?
No.
Why?
Well, I mean, we're bettering vehicles. We're making cool shit. We're finding more about other planets. It could be very useful to us.
Yeah.
You know, we have this problem right now where we're like mining a bunch of fucking minerals. What if we figure out that, hey, this planet has a fucking gigaton of minerals we need?
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's not an immediate fix for our problems, but it gives us more information to make better decisions down the line.
The amount of minerals and resources that are in the asteroid belt right now is probably more than like anything on Earth combines. And would definitely propel humanity.
Oh, I said minerals. I sound like a fucking StarCraft thing.
You require more minerals. They're on rocks, Marie.
Okay,
they're minerals.
I'm trying to fight this fight, right? And my knowledge is like very surface level of all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, I think like you said, like there's stuff out there. The problem is obviously we have no idea how to fucking figure it out right now, or how to bring that shit to us.
Well, that's why I said like neutral, which is like if we poured resources into exploration, there is so much that can happen that can further humanity, including like natural resources on comets and asteroids that we can mine and farm, more effective ways to like mine energy or just like convert energy from the sun as well as just general cool stuff. Like there are, you know, seeing if there's actually alien life out there in like probably our own solar system, because, you know, we have plenty of moons in like Jupiter and Saturn that could potentially house like
is it like Ganymede or Io has like a water moon?
Europa.
Or
It's Europa that has an entire moon that is, scientists very much believe, has a ocean beneath the surface.
Yeah.
And there is also Titan as well, which has
I know
a
you
thick
know all this
atmosphere.
and you think it's neutral.
Huh?
I know you know all this about the moons and you think neutral.
Yeah, the reason I think neutral is because I think there is the potential for so much out there that could further humanity. But in order, the time limit it takes for us to see a return on that, like all the effects that space exploration could have, in my mind, I'm like, the Earth is probably going to be fucked way before that can come about. You know?
And I also think this is a fault that we as humans have, is that we don't like imagining things outside of our existence.
Yeah,
like we live 80 years conservatively.
Yeah.
You know, we are really bad at committing to things that we know will pay off in 500.
Do you think so? Do you think so?
Yeah, we're terrible. Are you kidding me? We can't. You can't have a political leader for more than 4 years. Sometimes.
Bro, okay.
How are you going to commit beyond that?
Do you think that is a problem with like modern age humans, or because like, you know, you look back,
all humans.
You look back at like the pyramids or the Great Wall of China, and that took like generations upon generations to build. Yet someone was out there and it was just like, I want to build this massive structure.
Yeah, but that's because they had nothing else to do.
Normally, they are like authoritarian leaders who have slave
I don't think they had a choice back then, bro.
Listen, if you try to do that now in the UK,
slavery was a thing. You know,
maybe dictatorships are right. Actually,
this is how people become authoritarian. God, they're like, yes, that leader will get shit done. He's a bully. It's like, yeah, well, let's build the Great Wall.
The only bad dictators out there are just bad dictators.
This is why we need to bring totalitarianism back.
Oh my God. This is not the takeaway of this argument of space exploration. That we should have totalitarianism, Joey.
Actually, this is the exact plot of Legends of the Galactic Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
Literally, we have a bad democracy versus one good dictator. That was
But this is why it's also a problem, because it's so easy to like to somebody who doesn't care or doesn't want to know more about space exploration or NASA or science in general, it's such an easy argument to be like, we're wasting money when we could be giving our veterans more money.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I think most people who say like, oh yeah, it's totally a waste of resources is saying it purely just from like ignorance or, you know,
Also
not
like a
understanding the importance, you know. Yeah, there's lots of caveats in this, but I think in the long run, like in the long run, if humanity wants to exist past what is, you know, viable or, you know, what we can even imagine in our lifetimes, I think space exploration is the only way to go. Because, you know, eventually, what is it? It's like in 3 billion years from now, like the sun is just going to swallow up the Earth anyway. So we got
3 billion years away.
Yeah, but we got to get the fuck out eventually. You know,
Bro,
if we want to
be
keep
wiped
going.
out way before then.
Oh yeah,
man.
I'm sure. Like
Yeah.
I totally agree. Like humanity's gonna fuck itself over before that happens. But if we want a better chance at maybe a fresh start, or you know, getting a better perspective on how we're currently living and how we're currently treating the planet, I think space exploration is.
I don't even think it's the only way
Next
to
up.
go. I think there's an equal chance that humanity is just going to give up on going into space and just live in the internet and machines and the online world.
Yeah.
And I think if we look at how we've progressed in the past 20 years, that's actually looking like the more likely option.
Yeah.
You know, because
Well, no, I don't think so. Because I think, you know,
think so?
we definitely made, even though we're not in like the rocket, let's go to the moon era anymore, we're still pushing for really innovative stuff to help with space exploration. I mean, like look at the James Webb Telescope.
Yep.
That got sent us recently, which is a huge undertaking and it was like so fucking expensive. And hopefully will tell us a lot. But you know that
It already
also,
has.
Yeah. So I think like to argue this is tough. I think it's absolutely not a waste of money. And there are other things that could be done better. I mean, honestly, we probably waste way more money from just having like incompetent, like structural, like management of like government agencies in general. Like we're probably just wasting money on dumb shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, the statement isn't like space exploration is the only waste of resources. My fucking god, the amount of resources we are wasting in a lot of other places.
But I think if you're looking at everything, this is like one of the least waste of resources that we can do.
I mean, yeah, I guess we're barely spending any resources.
We don't.
I think it's one of the best investments humanity's made.
We don't spend a lot, and for what we do get, it's innovative. And
So
very
do you
insane,
think we should
life-changing.
spend more on space?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
100% think we should spend more on space exploration.
You know, but problem is right now is that we're in a very tumultuous time where this is like bottom of the barrel issue right now for most people. Because they're, you know, in talking about what is going on currently, you know, there's a lot more pressing things for most people, which I think is also fair. Like I think I don't think we should be like, I'm not advocating that like this should be everyone's top priority. It's like, no, if there is other shit going on, there's wars happening. Okay, yeah, that's a priority right now. But to write this whole industry off or this whole idea off as a waste of resources is just stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
TLDR.
All right. Well,
I like space travel.
Yeah, also space is just dope.
Space is dope.
How do you not think space is dope?
I do love space.
Yeah.
I know
sick
you
as
do.
fuck.
Bro, you know the name of the moons with the oceans on them. What the fuck? I don't know that.
I fucking look. Yeah,
That's basic level, bro.
I don't give a fuck what's going on Titan.
I do.
It's not my
Bro,
lifetime.
there's like a thick cloud of atmosphere, and
That's cool.
Bro,
That's cool.
imagine the day when we like discover the first multi-celled organism on another planet.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be so fucking hype?
I'd come in my
We'd kill it.
pants.
We'd kill it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
We'd find a way to kill it.
Probably, but he died for science, you know.
Yeah.
That would be pumped though. No, I'm very excited for it because
Yeah.
I think it's an inevitability at some point.